Wait, what was my on this league? Never mind. Never mind. I'm not going to say that because that doesn't make sense. I was wrong.
3, 2, 1, bro.
What's up, everybody? My name is Nick Murphy. I'm one half of the Brothers Murph, and this is Metagame Minute. Metagame Minute is a twice-weekly segment where Mike and I talk about anything we want to talk about in gaming. So this week I want to talk about something that a lot of people have, but we actually only have 2 instances of this. But it's something that's talked about fairly often, and that's custom inserts. A lot of board games come with their own inserts. Some companies are really good at making inserts. Days of Wonder pretty much always has a really dope insert. Some companies like Stronghold Games or CGE Games never have an insert. It's just an empty box and stuff just flying around in there constantly, and it's annoying. But Mike's already done a Metagame Minute on good inserts, so I want to talk about custom inserts. There is a whole industry out there with Broken Token and I think Hobby Zone and got a whole bunch of other ones, and they make custom inserts, and they come disassembled, and you have to assemble them yourselves and put little wood glue on there. You feel all cool and crafty, but they're all specifically made for a very specific game, and that's very cool because you know all the pieces are going to fit perfectly. You know everything is lined up very nice, and you know it's going to rule. There's a couple games where people constantly talk about how the insert is absolutely key. An example of that is a game like Caverna the Cave Farmers. Everyone talks about how that game, having the Broken Token insert or something similar, is absolutely key, and I do agree with that. We don't have Caverna, but we've played it a couple times, and every time we've played it, it's been without the insert, and there are about 1 billion different pieces and 1 billion different bags that you have to sort out, and it takes about 25 minutes to set up. Whereas with a Broken Token insert or something like that, it usually will take about 5. And that's a huge difference. The only custom insert we have is for a game called Castles of Mad King Ludwig. This is kind of like a spiritual successor to the game Suburbia. It's a wonderful game with a bunch of little pieces that is just kind of a pain to sort out. So this is one of the ones we always heard, if you have Castles of Mad King Ludwig, you have to get the insert. It's just unplayable without it. Now, I don't necessarily agree with that, but it is much nicer with the custom insert. And now I can't angle it too much, but this is it right here. It's got a bunch of different compartments for all the different tiles, and they all have their own little spot. These are also able to come up, and then there's stuff down beneath it, all the boards and all that kind of stuff. And it's done just insanely well, and it's very pretty, and it works super well. It keeps everything for the most part in its place. When you store things vertically, you know, you get all messed up. But ultimately, the insert works great. It works really wonderful. The problem with these custom inserts is they're not cheap. That insert essentially doubled the cost of the game. Now, it was worth it. I'm totally okay with paying for it. It was totally fine. But you don't understand that these custom inserts cost a lot. And a lot of times you end up paying for the game twice. And that's kind of the big argument, is people are like, why would I get a custom insert for this game when I could just buy another 1 or 2 games for the price of that insert? And I think that's a valid argument. And I think that it really comes down to, like anything in the whole world, especially with gaming, is like personal preference. If you got the money and you really like it, go for it. If you think it's cool but just too expensive, that's kind of where we are. Cool. If you think they're stupid, cool. Do whatever you want. They're your games. But then there's a whole market of people who just make their own inserts. They're usually made out of foam core. Foam core you can get from Michael's or Target or wherever. And people make their own inserts. And there's all these threads on BGG for like, my custom insert for this game and my custom insert for this game. And I think that's super cool. One, because it's creative and it's crafty. It makes you think about like, oh, how would this work really well? And then people always post like their schematics online so other people can copy that. And that is super cool. Now, Mike and I have only made one homemade custom insert, and that is for New York Slice. New York Slice is a wonderful, light, kind of filler-ish game. I talked about it last week on my filler Metagame Minute, and it's wonderful. The problem is it has all of these wonderful, look at this, look at how it opens like a pizza box. I love it. It has these wonderful pizza pieces all in here. The problem is there's no insert in the game, so you literally would just throw all these in here, and they would just slide around all crazy-like. So what I did is I went online because I was like, you know what, this is a game that could use a custom insert. And I was like, you know what, I am guaranteeing someone out there has made one. And I was right, there's about 1 billion people have made one. So this is the custom insert that I made. I made this out of black foam core. You know, it's a little rough and stuff like that, but I like it. So essentially I have my pizza pieces all here. They're just in 3 spots, not really organized in any way. We just put them in there. And then the special orders are up here. And then this little wall right here that's holding these special orders in is lower than these ones. And that is so I can put this little cool menu score sheet, boom, right in there. And then it lays flat, so then I can put the rule book just right on top of the whole thing and close it up like that. And then it all stays in there organized. It's way easier to get in and out. And I tell you, it was super fun to make this. It was fun to like look online, and there's a whole bunch of different ones, and I was like, which one do I want to do? And I did this one because it was simple, it was easy, I liked it. And I just did it, and it was very, very cool. So we have a Discord. The link for it is right here. Boop! And our Discord is free. It's kind of like Slack or anything like that. You can come hang out with us and everyone else in our Discord. And we talk about games all the time. And one thing a lot of people talk about is inserts. And someone has been building, I believe, an Anachrony insert for like a few days because it's a very, very big insert. And so that got me thinking about this one. So I would really like to know, do you have any custom inserts? What are your thoughts on the whole thing? Do you ever make them yourself? Do you just buy them from something like Broken Token? What do you usually do? Or do you say, screw it all, it's an unnecessary spending of money when I could just buy another game or buy $80 worth of Taco Bell? So let me know down in the comments below, and please send us pictures of your homemade inserts or your Broken Token inserts on Twitter or in Discord. Discord is really a good place if you want to be able to like talk to us on a more personal level, more conversational level. It's a great place to do that. And you can share pictures, stuff like this, games you're playing, all this kind of stuff. This isn't just an ad for our Discord, I promise. It's really cool. So that is going to be it for me. So whether you have no inserts, you got the big fancy gold cased inserts, I don't think those exist, or you're somewhere in between like us, remember, the more meta, the more better.
Such a cool video, right? Man, there's jokes, and I know what happened in this one for sure. So because of that, check out Restoration Games. They sponsor us, and there's info for them in the description below. There's also more things where I'm doing funny stuff. Sometimes Nick is funny, because I've seen all these